Nintendo News on me.
Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, man, it's ended up leaving me with some mixed feelings. There are things that I actually do really like about the game, while other aspects leave my mind thinking that this is a game a bit shy of what could have been a decent title. Not to say that it isn't, but it seems like the type of game that turns people away. At E3 2015, we were all expecting a new Animal Crossing title for Wii U, and you cannot deny that. It just seemed like they were gonna drop that on us. We were hyped, we were exhilarated. At first glance, I thought this was the game we were all waiting for. I thought this was the game that would be the game that makes me top my Smash Bros. Playtime of 384 hours and pour my entire social life and work life into this game. I thought I'd have to call off and cancel my phone plan because my life was so revolved around it. Well, I'm sad to say that isn't necessarily what happened. You see, I'm just gonna be honest, I bought the game for the Amiibo, but how it really works is you have to buy the Amiibo to play the game at all. It's called Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival for a reason. Me being the addict that I am, I bought every one of them. Do I regret that? Nah, not really. But if I'm being honest, the game isn't really as bad as I was expecting. That's good, right? Well, no, it's not. It goes like this. You and your friends pick an Amiibo, and that's your character for the month you play the game. No, not a full month. See, you tap your Amiibo to roll a die, and then you move that many spaces. Whatever you land on indicates what you did that day. You can choose the month you play in, which obviously indicates what the weather will be like, and other things of that nature. In Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, you can go fishing, you can pay off your loans, you can buy furniture and catch bugs. The list doesn't end. But there's a massive issue with that. You don't actually do those things. All it is an automated video of your character catching the bug or having a fun time at their neighbor's house, or whatever the case may be. That is where this game takes a very wrong turn. I can deal with spin-offs, but they took this off the deep end just a little too quickly. It would have made things better if during the Saturdays that you could have had your fortune read, or had a fishing tourney, if you were where you needed to be to catch a fish by yourself, without a video, or if you were able to walk over to Katrina's tent yourself to get a fortune read. It all depends on the space you land on the game board. I'm not against that, but they made it way too basic for anybody to completely enjoy. Literally all you do the entire mode is tap your Amiibo on the gamepad and choose the route that it takes. Absolutely nothing else is required for you to play. No good sense of timing for a simple task like catching a series of fish. No 2-minute limit to collect as many bells as you can to pay off a loan to Tom Nook. No house for you to show off your furniture in. It's just a board game with a few other minigames on the side. You just tap your Amiibo on the gamepad and the objective is to have the most happy points at the end of each month. And, well, that's it. I apologize if you think I'm just bashing this game till its last breath, but as I said earlier, it isn't as bad as I thought it would be. I went into this thinking that there were 3 minigames. Well, there are 9 total, including the main board game. So I guess there's a bit more content than I thought there would be. Are they good minigames though? This is the part where I said it isn't as bad as I thought. I just stated that. But literally, the only thing that makes that better is that there's just more minigames than I thought there would be. Did I say they were fun? Well, let's just check them out. For the sake of starting this list of minigames off with a high note, Desert Island Escape is probably my favorite out of all of these. In this mode, you use 3 Amiibo cards which represent the characters you play as. While you have 1 week to escape the deserted island in the midst of finding new parts and objects to build a raft for you to leave throughout each day. You can choose where to search, and sometimes you'll run into a centipede and you'll have to fight it, or a beehive, or anything of that nature really. I found this mode to be the best out of the entire game. I even liked it better than the main board game mode itself. So that's something to reflect on. Next, let's look at, well, the others. The Animal Crossing Quiz Show puts you in the hot seat as you're questioned about your favorite villagers, clothing items, and the names of every bug and fish imaginable. You have about a minute to answer as many questions as you can. In Acorn Chase, you and 2 other Amiibo characters run away from a lawnmower as you collect acorns scattered throughout a yard. That's really all there is to that. It seems unmemorable, and it's just boring, I guess. Fruit Patch is a mode where you and a friend have an intense competition going head to head in the ultimate rivalry to collect apples. That's it, you just collect apples. You fall into the occasional hole too, and collect fruit nonstop. Rossetti Bop? Well, it's literally a rehashed version of the popular kids game Whack-A-Mole. That's all it is. You have to use your Amiibo cards to use the hammer too. Mystery Campers is kind of the same way, but part skill and part chance, where 4 villagers hide in tents and you have to guess which villager's in a tent. I'm just gonna be honest, I can't stand this one. I don't feel like sitting there picking random Amiibo cards to scan in hopes that they match. It takes too long and people are too impatient for that anyway, as is. What about the games of chance? There are a few of those here as well, including Balloon Island, where a villager is just floating in the sky, and when you remove their amiibo card from the gamepad, they'll come plummeting down, popping every balloon they make contact with, and eventually they will land on the platform. But a lot of the time you won't even land on it. But when you do, you can really rack up a bunch of points. And then there's Amiibo Card Battle. You can scan the Amiibo card on the gamepad and, well, stuff happens, I guess. Overall, that whole mode reminded me of the card game War. I played that a lot as a kid, which I kind of liked, but this one was kind of boring. So, it was okay. And that's it. That's the entire game. I will admit, I am disappointed with this purchase because of one thing. But what is that one thing? No, the game board mode isn't as upbeat as I thought it would be, but the scenarios that occur when you land on a space are still very adorable and fun. The other modes really don't add that much to the game either. The reason is, it reminds me of what could have been. This could have been the Animal Crossing game of our dreams. The one where we all visit each other's town, talk via voice chat with new modes of transportation, with new characters and shops to enjoy. This could have been the game we've all been waiting for Wii U. But it sadly wasn't. This game isn't dirt level bad, but it's very, very difficult to recommend this even to the most hardcore Animal Crossing fans, or anybody for that matter. Unless you're super into board games and all, then you're not gonna enjoy this. But that's it. Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival wasn't what we were expecting, but if you do buy this, please know what you have to look forward to. More Amiibo that sit on your shelf. The Amiibo are the best part if I'm being true about it. But anyway, there you have it. Thank you so much for watching my review of Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival, and I will talk to you next time.